Love me, hate me, like me, tolerate me, whatever you think about me. One thing you can't deny is that I have been consistent with my prediction this season. From the very start, I said Forest will win the Europa League. Forest will be back in the Champions League next season. Forest will go on and win their third start. All right, we'll see what happens there. But right now, it's just starting to feel like it's meant to happen. Welcome to Forest 1, Villa 0. Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the match reaction to Forest 1, Villa 0. At halftime you could call it whatever, but the game finished with a W to Forest. That's 9 in a row now without defeat. Forest are absolutely cooking at the right time. Coming up, we're going to talk about the game. We'll of course talk about the second leg. We'll talk about what Forest have to do against Chelsea. So much to cover off. Make sure you've liked, hyped and subscribed, and make sure you check out my predictions for this weekend's Premier League, because there are still games going on and they are important to Forest over on our second channel there, the Footy Network. I'll leave you the link in the comments and I'll do it on the end screen as well. But look, I said a lot of what I needed to say about the performance yesterday in the player ratings, so check that out as well if you haven't seen it already. It'll be on the end screen. I was very happy with the performance. I thought that Forest, outside of the first 10 minutes, really applied themselves well. If anything, I'm disappointed we didn't get 2 or 3 goals. Jesus should have scored. I think we could have created a couple of better chances from the corners. I think my biggest negative, if you like, on yesterday, and I don't have many, was our corners looked bad again. Why did we stop doing the short corner routines? They were working, man. Like, let's go back to them. But you could spin that into a positive. In spite or despite of the corners, we still won the game. So, Forest, if you're watching, go back to the short corners for the second leg. I thought Hutchinson, I want to start with him. What? Wow. 37 million. We all raised our eyebrows at that price tag. Don't deny it. Even I did. 37 felt like a lot of money. But he's starting to come into his own now. He's looking confident. And I think that's the key thing with him. He's taking on the fullbacks. He's tricky. He's dribbling with the ball, cutting in, cutting out, making it hard for defenders to know what he's going to do. And I thought he was brilliant yesterday. Elliot Anderson. The way he nutmegged, what's his name? Rodgers. Was close to being illegal. It really was. Borrell pushed it between his legs, then nutmegs him again later on after the back heel from Gibbs White. Oh, it's just beautiful to watch. That guy is such a player. He really is. And I just think that encapsulates how Forest are at the moment. Look how we were against Sean Dyche. Look how we were against Ange Postecoglou. The confidence was not what it is now. And this brings me on to Pereira and the job he's doing. This guy is brilliant. I said in the summer, if Marco Silva is available, get Marco Silva. I may have to flip-flop. I really do. I don't know. He is really impressing me right now with everything he was doing. I was so up for him joining when he did because he wasn't Sean Dyche. But as each game ticks by, you just see a game plan, tactics, that beautiful notepad he's got. I mean, he feels to me like the first manager we've had since we've been back in the league who actually makes an impact at half time. He comes up with ideas, with tactics. He changes it around slightly. Forest always seem to come out even looking better in the second half than they do in the first half. And that's down to him and his tactical awareness. And I've been really impressed with him. And I know I was being cheeky at the start of the video. Indulge me it, right? Let's enjoy some of this season. This season, you could argue, has been one of the worst seasons ever and could turn into one of the best seasons ever. This is so Forest, what's happening right now. But it just does feel like it's written. And I've never had this feeling before with Forest. I've always been glass half empty or empty completely, or Forest are going to do a Forest. Playoffs, freaking just everything with Forest, man. Playoffs, really, innit? Like, how many playoffs can we go back on? And think of the pains we've had in there. But this one just feels different. I don't know why. It just feels like the script Marinakis wrote at the start of the season is starting to play out. And let's not forget, Marinakis made us all a promise. When we got promoted, what did he say in town? He said he will get us trophies. He's here for trophies. This is the best chance Forest have had to pick up a trophy. We've put ourselves in such a strong position going into this Villa match. And by the way, I think this is going to be a tough second leg. I'm not celebrating us through. And I don't even know, let's say we go through, like, what, we're going to play Braga again? See if they can score that shot on target against us this time. It'll be different under Pereira. I don't know. I'm just excited. And I'm trying to contain the excitement. Because let's not forget that there's 2 prizes that come with the Europa League. 1, we get the Champions League place. Well, 3, you get the trophy secondly as well. Or firstly, actually, let me correct that. Trophies come first. Then you get the Champions League spot. And then also you get to play for another cup. One we've already won before, the Super Cup. Like, come on, man. Forest in the Super Cup. That's been a while. But I'm trying to contain my excitement as best I can. And yes, I will be shameless to all the other YouTubers. Because the team is letting me do that right now. 9 games in a row without tasting defeat. Our last defeat was against Brighton, if I remember rightly. And I just like how we're playing football. I think it's balanced. It's not low block. It's not high line for life. There's a nice balance to it. And even when it didn't work at times yesterday, Pereira made some tweaks and what have you, and I think it looked good. And then we scored the goal. Thanks again, in my opinion, to Hutchinson with his hard work, keeping that ball in play. Wadinho slamming it home, man. Bullet style. Looked like a Shearer penalty from back in the 90s. And Villa, for me, I feel their fans should be disappointed with their performance because I feel they didn't turn up. I would argue that Forest made them not turn up the way we played. But also, I think they were playing the whole draw away from home, beat them at home scenario, and that backfired on them. And then Unai Emery looked so rattled. Like, he was calling VAR, BAR. I'm like, bro, maybe you need to get to the bar after that game because you need to calm down. What were they kicking off about? The Elliot Anderson incident. And I've had my Villa mates messaging me saying, definitely red card, definitely. It's not a red card. He got the ball. Football is a contact sport. Grow a pair. Like, seriously, he got the ball. I want to see tackles flying in. I don't. What did they want Anderson to do? Oh, Wally Watkins. Oh, after you, mate. Go through. Of course not. This is a man's game, man. And a women's game. But there has to be tackles flying in. So he got the ball. There's no intent from Anderson to cause any harm. So I think just get on with it. And Emery crying, saying, oh, he could have broken his ankle. His ankle isn't broken. Get up, get on with the game. Try and win the game on the pitch. They're complaining about the referee. I thought the referee was excellent. From start to finish, I thought he was excellent. He let the game flow when it needed to flow. He stopped it when it needed to stop. And his methods on VAR looked very good to me. The way he analysed that the monitor for the penalty. So look, overall, I haven't been joking, but from the start bit that I said, the cheeky intro, we just got to focus now. And we're in a good position even in the league. And Forest playing on Monday, initially I thought was a bad thing. But I look at it now and think, okay, let's see what West Ham do on Saturday. Let's see what Spurs do on Sunday. And then we'll decide what we need to do against Chelsea on Monday. If Spurs and West Ham lose, we can throw the Chelsea game. Who gives a crap about Chelsea? They're a joke club anyway. If they draw or win, okay, play out for the draw. And the thing is, it's getting harder and harder for Spurs to catch Forest. Because there's going to be, after this weekend, 3 games left. Forest are 2 games ahead of Spurs, plus goal difference. So if we match whatever Spurs do this weekend or better it, then it becomes down to goal difference, really, for Spurs to stay up. So, look, I think we're in a good place. Try and not get ahead of myself. But why can't we as fans, is what I would say. Let's enjoy these moments, because it's been a hard, long, tiresome season at points. But if we can finish on this high, I can't wait. And if we take Spurs' trophy and relegate them, my brother's done. Nearly there. Make sure you've liked, make sure you've subscribed. Go check out my predictions for the weekend. And I'll see you on the next one. We're halfway there. Come on, you Reds. Oh, and by the way, we are now favourites. Favourites to win the Europa League. I don't like that. Come on, you Reds.